Hi everyone, welcome to Bea Yoga. I'm Beatrice and today I'll guide you through a yin sequence for your hamstrings. For this practice you will definitely need a yoga strap. If you don't have a strap you can use a belt or even a tie. You might also need a couple of blocks, and if you have a bolster that is great. If you don't, you don't need that. It's not necessary, but if you have it, it's nice to use. So starting on our back, I have my timer here so we can be sure that we do the same amount of time on each side. So come down on your back, have your strap close to you. And we're starting with some grounding first. So bring the feet as wide as your mat. Let the knees fall into each other. Have that arms, right palm down onto your belly, left hand on your heart. And take this first few moments to settle, to arrive into your body, to start to find stillness. Noticing your body in contact with the ground. And bringing some attention to our hamstrings, the back of our thighs. Noticing if anything's going on there. Once you're ready, bring the feet in line with your hips. Grab your strap, leave the left knee bent, and start to straighten that right leg up to the ceiling. So the foot points up. Wrap the strap, your tie or your belt around the sole of your feet on the ball of the feet. And hold the strap along. I like to hold it at the bottom so I don't tense my shoulders. And start to bring that leg closer to your chest. Doesn't have to be really close. You can be anywhere until you find that openness through the hamstring. So accept where you're going. If your body wants to stop, let your body stop where it needs to. And leave the left foot down on the ground, knee bent. So there is some engagement of the arms here, but trying to relax the rest of your body, the shoulders, the head. If at any point this is not enough, you can straighten that left leg down to the ground, trying to keep the hips stable. Keep breathing through all postures. Now keep holding the strap with the right hand, so bring both sides of the strap onto the right and start to open that leg out to the right. Now here you might want to come back to bend into the left knee and even bring the foot to the outer edge, so you're balancing the hips and squaring them up to the ceiling. So still working with the hamstrings here, but the medial part more than the lateral part, so the inside, the part closer to the midline of the body. Find your stillness here and try not to collapse to the right. That's why it's good to keep that left knee bent and out to the side. And in any of these postures, if you need to keep the knees bent and you feel still some sensation through the back of your thigh, you're welcome to keep your knee bent. The point is not to straighten our knee or go to the most challenging and painful position, but it's to find that edge in between pain and complete comfort. As you inhale, bring that leg back to center. And wrap that foot, bring it down and change sides. So this time bring the strap to the ball of your left foot. Keep that right knee bent first, so the right foot to the ground. And hold that leg in towards the chest to begin with, that left leg. And you can hold either side of the strap in each hand. And try, although there is some strength here in the arms to hold the strap, try to bring softness into the body and to bring your body where it needs to go. Just a reminder that in Yin, we want to find a place of sensation, but not pain. So on a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 is no sensation at all and 10 is pain, we want to be on a 5, more or less. Just enough sensation that we can hold there for a long time in stillness. If this is not enough, you can straighten that right knee. And as you exhale, bring the strap both sides on the left hand and open that left foot, that left leg out to the side. And here maybe return. I actually highly suggest returning up to bent knee, bent right knee, and the foot out on the outer edge, keeping the hips square and balanced. And the right arm can really soften to the side. And always taking a mental note of how the sides are feeling, the differences in between them. And bring that foot back to center. Take the strap out of that foot. Bring the knees bent, feet flat on the ground. And if you want to, just windshield wiper the knees, the legs, and the feet as wide as the mat. And move the knees side to side for a couple of times. And once you're ready, roll onto your left side and bring yourself up to seated. And from here, we're going up onto our hands and knees. And in this posture, you might need blocks. So have them close by if you have some. If you don't have blocks, but you think you need something, you can have a stack of books as well. So bring the hands under your hips, the knees under your hips, hands under your shoulders. And if you need blocks, bring them either side of your mat. And once you're ready, from here, step that right foot to the outside, in between the hands. Adjust your back knee and start to shift the hips back towards your heels, towards your heel. Bring that front foot up on the heel, toes point up to the ceiling, and you can bring yourself up on blocks. And from here, inhale to open the chest. And as you exhale, start to fold over that right leg. You might want to stay on blocks, or you might want to remove the blocks or lower them down to a lower height. Maybe remove them altogether. Bring the hands down on the ground, either side of your leg. Soften your head, soften your neck and your shoulders. Inhale, bend your knees. Your right knee. Come back, forward. And step your right leg back to all fours. Switching sides. So coming onto that left foot first, this time. So stepping the left foot in between the hands, adjusting your back knee. Forgot to say, if you need to bring either double up the mat and bring some support to the knee, or you can bring a blanket under your knee. And once you're ready, from here, start to shift your hips back towards your heel, your right heel. Point the left toes up to the ceiling. And if you need to, bring blocks underneath your hands again. Otherwise, bring the hands either side of your leg and start to fold forward as you exhale. On your next inhale, bring the knee back forward, bend into that left knee. And this time from here, tuck your back toes. We're transitioning onto dangling to the front of the mat or wherever you are with that front foot reaching. So that left foot, tucking the toes, lifting the knee and stepping forward to meet that other foot. And from here, you can keep your knees bent, or you can straighten the knees if you feel comfortable with that. Hold on to opposite elbow and relax your head down, relax your neck. Let your body fall down. Let gravity take everything down. You might want to have the feet hip-width distance apart. And because we're working with the hamstrings, if you want to straighten your knees, you're welcome to go there. You don't have to keep your knees bent. Relax your shoulders. Remember to keep breathing. Bend your knees, bring the hands either side of your feet and start to sit back down on the ground. And from here we come into our last posture before Shavasana. So if you have a bolster, you can use it here. Otherwise, you can use your blocks or really nothing if you don't need anything to support you. Often we can start with a bolster or a block and then maybe lower down after a few seconds or minutes. So bring the feet wide, legs as wide as you can. Come into dragonfly or straddle. And you can bring the bolster in front of you, or the block, or a block and a bolster. So bring the block underneath your bolster and start to fold forward. Find your support and relax there. You can let your feet be really floppy. Allow your legs to relax and your sitting bones to ground, your hips to relax, your glutes. Relax your neck. And relax all the way through the spine. Your hips, down through the legs and your feet. Once you're ready, bring yourself back up to an upright seated position. Support your left knee, bring it in, and your right knee and bring it in. Remove all props from out of the way. And bring yourself to the middle of your mat. Lower all the way down into Shavasana. You can bring yourself back to that constructive rest, flat, soles of the feet flat on the ground, knees resting onto each other, bent knees. And this time allow the arms to be out wide on the side, palms facing up. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Tuck your chin to the chest. And take a few moments to notice. Stay here. And before we finish the practice, I'd like to read you a quote. Live in harmony with the way and you will benefit. Struggle against the way things are and you will suffer. It's a quote by Bernie Clark. I'll read it again. Live in harmony with the way and you will benefit. Struggle against the way things are and you will suffer. You can stay here for as long as you need to. If you're ready to come out, bring yourself onto your left side. Take a moment there to notice how you're feeling. And then bring yourself up onto a comfortable seat. Allowing your sitting bones to ground. And taking a full deep breath in through the nose. And letting go through the mouth. Bring the hands to your heart. And we bow down to seal the practice. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope you'll join me again in another video.